All right, let's begin.
Why on earth would a woman pay a man for sex? Well, male escorts do exist, and I was one of them. And being an escort actually revealed a lot of very interesting things to me about female psychology.
He does look like Johnny Sin.
My name is Sterling Cooper. I'm an award-winning adult film star, former high-class male companion, and I'm here to help you improve your sex life. In today's video, I'm going to give you 6 different insights into the female mind that I learned from my career as a straight, high-class male companion. First, let me start off by kind of explaining the 3 different types of clients that I used to get in that job. So, the first was the wealthy business lady, right?
This is the boss bitch.
A woman who works like a white-collar job and she earns over 100K a year. That was sort of client base number 1.
And remember, this usually happens, escort happens because they're lonely. You gotta understand, these women, these highly successful boss bitches, they're lonely as shit because they can't be pleased by most guys. Like that, it's sad, you know?
Client base number 2 was actually couples, and it was couples who wanted what would be known as like a live cuckolding experience, right? Or the devil's threesome. Basically, a dude who wanted to see me fuck his wife in front of him, or a dude who wanted me to double team his wife with him. That was sort of client number 2.
That's wild.
And client number 3 was actually, believe it or not, other female escorts. Girls who just wanted a night off. They were the fun ones. So the first insight into the female mind that this job as a male escort taught me was that archetypes and characters are very, very important to women's fantasies.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I mean by that is every male escort in the industry was playing a part. He was playing a character.
It's funny, we got 666K.
He was dressing like a certain fantasy. So what were some of those fantasies? Okay, maybe it was the guy, maybe it was the James Bond kind of guy. Dresses in nice suits, looks kind of dangerous and exciting.
It's archetype, that's so true.
Maybe it's the younger, buff, jock guy, right? Maybe it's the bodybuilder with like the perfect physique. Maybe it's the kind of more dangerous, leather-clad BDSM kind.
And the crazy thing is that if you look like an archetype, they can forgive you being ugly. You know, because if you have a rare archetype, or just an archetype, because most people don't have archetypes. If you have a certain archetype, and that's her thing, she could forgive you if you're kind of ugly. You got what I'm saying? So yeah, totally.
Guy, or maybe there was like the rock star kind of guy, or maybe there was the hippie guru nature kind of guy. Right? All of these are different archetypes of different male archetypes that tap into female fantasies, and that was a really big insight. Learning that, or understanding that female fantasies are really about the character of the man, or the character that the man is playing and portraying to her. So if you wanted to take that idea and apply it in your dating life, then dress like a female fantasy. Don't dress like the average nice guy, basically. Insight number 2 is making a woman feel like she's the only woman in the world is super powerful. Giving her your undivided attention when you're on a romantic date is how you make her feel special, especially an older woman, especially a woman who might not be super, super attractive. That's how you make that woman genuinely feel loved, attractive, special, sexy, right? Is by giving her your undivided attention. Not looking at your fucking phone at all, not looking around the room, not looking at the waitress, none of that shit. Looking at her and paying attention to her all the goddamn time.
Dude, what he's saying is true, man.
Not in a creepy, needy, weird way, obviously, but giving her your undivided attention made, like I found, this made my clients feel so special and made them feel genuinely wanted and genuinely sexy. This is how you make a woman who is maybe a little bit insecure about her looks. This is how you make her feel like the most beautiful woman in the world for that night. Just being the guy who asks her questions about herself, who asks her questions about how she became the woman she is today. These are the questions she's wanted guys to ask her for forever, but no guy ever has. Being genuinely curious about her will make her feel special. So special. Very powerful. Insight number 3 is that being a man who is passionate about something, passionate about anything, is extremely attractive to women.
Yeah.
I would play to my strengths. I would talk about travel because I'm quite a well-traveled guy. And I'm passionate about travel. I would talk about nutrition because I'm really into nutrition and learning the ins and outs of the body. And I would teach them things when I was taking them on, romantic dinner dates and things. But they came from my passion, and my passion was very, very obvious, and it came through in the way I talked about these different topics. Yep. And that is something I always heard feedback on from my clients, was that you're so passionate, it's so attractive. And I would always see, these subtle body language cues, like her eyes light up, or she plays with her hair, flicks her hair, whatever. These really attractive body language cues, these body language cues that tell me she's attracted and that tell me she is into me right now and she's enjoying this interaction. I'd start seeing these all the time whenever I started opening up and talking really passionately about a subject that I was interested in.
So he plays the archetype. Look at the archetype.
Travel, nutrition. I could just really get into these and that would just light up a woman's face. She'd love it. Now, insight number 4 ties into the question I posed at the very beginning of this video. Why would a woman pay a man for sex? Well, here's the answer. Women want the best of both worlds. They want everything. They want to optimize hypergamy, right? They want the alpha fox and the beta bucks in the same guy. Now, this is very, very hard for a young, beautiful, attractive woman to find. It's even harder for an older woman to find. And take a guess at the age range of my typical clients. They were typically
35, 40.
Older, middle-aged women.
Yeah.
The man that dresses well, that speaks well, the man that can hold himself in different social situations, the man that understands money and can dress around other high net worth individuals who can carry himself.
Dude, the thing with this is that if you're going to be an escort, you got to realize that you're emotional support, right? You're being an emotional support, because what's really driving these women is not the sex. It's really an emotional thing. And I bet you money he understands that really well. He understands that what these women need is validation, to feel heard, right? It's a form of therapy, but with his dick. And that's a valid form of therapy. Right? That's a valid form of therapy, man. Like that, women have to realize that when you get older, if you espouse liberal values, unfortunately, there's a higher likelihood you might end up single. That's just the truth. And I can promise you, I would love to know. It would be curious to see their political affiliations. It's most likely liberal women.
Social chameleon who can talk to people, who can talk to anyone. The guy who can also dick her down like a barbarian and be very, very passionate with her in the bedroom. The man who romances her and makes her feel special. It was my job to be the fantasy that is a guy who can do all of those things and be all of those things at once. That is fundamentally the fantasy that I was delivering to them as a male escort.
And that fantasy, I'm telling you, because he's delivering fantasies, there's a good chance he feels lonely, because he's like, imagine everyone sees you, but they only see the mask you wear. They only see you in a costume. They don't really see you, and that's what most likely he experiences. Where he gets a lot of women, but it puts you emotionally alone. It distances you emotionally.
Insight number 5 is that wealthy women are actually very, very lonely. And it's this cruel sort of twist of fate. It's this cruel thing where feminism has kind of screwed over a lot of women and empowering them to be a boss babe and pursue their career and whatnot. the more money a woman makes, the less likely she is to find a guy that she finds compatible with her, because women don't date down, they date up, right? So when a woman starts making 6 figures a year plus, well, the pool of men she considers eligible significantly diminishes. But because she's older and she's a career woman, the men that she wants don't want her. They want the younger, more attractive women who aren't invested in their career, right?
Like, so women really think that the fact that you make a lot of money turns us on. No, we're not the same. It sucks, I know, but it's true.
Wealthy women, like I said, tend to be very, very lonely. And I had one millionaire client. She used to fly me out on ski trips and things like that. And she was the one who really highlighted this for me. She confessed to me, you know, she actually had a husband, oddly enough, back in China. And then she lived in Sydney. And she told me one day we were on this hike in this mountain in New Zealand. And she was like, I can't, because she was super, super wealthy, like multi-millionaire. Mm-hmm. She couldn't trust anybody. I was like, damn, she's right, because everybody wanted something from her. Everybody wanted money from her. All of her family wanted money from her. Every man she interacted with or flirted with just saw her as a potential, like, payout, because she was, you know, she was an older woman. It's not like they probably weren't going after her for her looks and stuff, right? She kind of knew that, so she put her guard up, right? So it made her extremely lonely. She couldn't relate, she couldn't connect with people on a very genuine level because she was so high net worth. Yeah. And that's where I came in. She was obviously paying me for my time. She knew what the arrangement was, but at least she could be who she was.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm about to go play basketball right now, but that's the issue. Is that you become so successful that you can't even, you can't even connect with other men, with other people, because you're just so powerful and so successful.
With me, she could be real with me. She could be honest with me. She could be herself around me, and there'd be no judgment. I'm there. I'm gonna keep her company the whole time. And yeah, it was kind of a sad but a very, very eye-opening insight.
Yeah, for me, it's not a surprise, right? It's not a surprise. It's something that I'm fully aware of too, you know. The more successful you are as a woman, the more problems you're gonna find. And that's why I tell you guys, you guys have to, stop trying to be masculine. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I can tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club video that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.